Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. Today, we're diving into the mysterious connections between UAP orbs, crop circles, and the Betz sphere. Could these phenomena be related? Let's explore the intriguing possibilities. The history of metallic orb UAPs dates back to the early 20th century. One of the first recorded sightings occurred in 1944 during World War II. Allied pilots reported seeing small, metallic spheres zipping around their aircraft. They named them Foo Fighters. These objects displayed extraordinary maneuverability and speed, leaving pilots both puzzled and alarmed. Sightings of Foo Fighters continued after the war. Reports came in from all around the world in the 1950s and 60s, including notable cases in the United States and Europe. These sightings often describe the orbs as highly reflective and capable of incredible acceleration. It was becoming a global mystery. Fast forward to the 21st century, and the sightings haven't stopped. In fact, they've become even more compelling. In 2004, the USS Nimitz carrier strike group encountered a UAP that was later revealed to be a metallic orb-like object. This incident, along with others, has sparked renewed interest and investigation into these phenomena.
That's not our LNS though, is it?
The Pentagon officially released videos of 3 UFO sightings to the public Monday after determining the clips did not contain classified information. This video was captured in 2004 aboard the USS Nimitz off the west coast of the United States. In 2015, 2 more videos captured this object from aircraft aboard USS Theodore Roosevelt.
The Nimitz case is so compelling because this data was captured on some of the most sophisticated devices by some of the most highly trained people in the world. You're probably wondering, what does this have to do with crop circles? Let me show you.
Oliver's Castle, Wiltshire, 1989.
There's a couple of lights down there somewhere.
This controversial film appears to show strange objects hovering above a cornfield. Below, complex circle formations appear.
Crop circles are intricate patterns that appear mysteriously overnight in fields, predominantly in England, but also around the world. While some crop circles are known hoaxes, others exhibit features that defy simple explanations, such as perfectly bent, unmarked stalks, and electromagnetic or radioactive anomalies. In 1991, 2 British men named Dave Chorley and Doug Bauer came forward with a shocking revelation. They claimed that they were responsible for creating many of the crop circles that appeared in England since the late 1970s. They claimed that they had begun making crop circles as a prank to make people think UFOs were involved. They also claimed to pole vault into the crop circles when asked how they avoided leaving footprints. They'd conveniently come up with a new excuse for any unexplainable aspect people would discover in the crop circles. Their confession caused a media frenzy. They demonstrated their techniques using simple tools like wooden planks, ropes, and a measuring tape, showing how they could create intricate designs under the cover of night. The media quickly dubbed them as the masterminds behind the crop circle phenomenon. Their claims sparked a heated debate. While many were convinced that Dave and Doug had indeed created some of the crop circles, others pointed out inconsistencies. Some of the circles they claimed to have made displayed characteristics that were difficult to replicate with their simple methods. Additionally, the sheer number of crop circles appearing worldwide seemed too vast for just 2 people to create. While it seems plausible and entirely rational to believe these men, there are actually a few differences between man-made crop circles and spontaneous ones. Unexplained crop circles often feature highly complex and geometrically immaculate patterns that would be extremely difficult to create without advanced technology or an extraordinary level of skill. The designs are often perfectly symmetrical and may include mathematical principles or examples of sacred geometry. The nodes, otherwise known as knuckles, on the plant stalks are sometimes elongated or blown out, which could be caused by rapid heating. This is a feature not typically found in man-made formations. It's also worth noting that crop circles have been cited as far back as the late 1600s, where a newspaper article claimed that it was a mowing devil creating strange patterns in their crops. And finally, in my opinion, the most extraordinary aspect of an unexplainable crop circle is its tendency to leave a ghost of itself in subsequent crop yields, meaning that whatever energy is used to create spontaneous crop circles has a lasting effect, something that absolutely would be impossible to replicate by any means we know of. Even the smartest minds on Earth find themselves stumped when faced with the question of their creation. Yet unfortunately, like many other paranormal topics, they've been pushed into the bounds of myth and fantasy. Any scientists that speak unironically about crop circles will face career-ending scrutiny. Now, why mention the Betz sphere? I'm glad you asked, but first, I'll tell you a little about it. In 1974, the Betz family discovered a strange metal sphere on their property in Florida. The sphere, about the size of a bowling ball and weighing about 10 kilos, or 22 pounds, was initially thought to be a piece of space debris or a lost industrial component. However, the sphere soon revealed some very unusual properties.
I have no knowledge of how the sphere itself happened to be in the place where I found it. As I've stated previously, when I found it, it was on top of the ground. It was not embedded. I saw no charred marks, no big indentations in the ground. In fact, it looks as if someone had taken it and set it in the spot. But as to how it got there, I, nor anyone else I know, has any knowledge of this.
It would roll on its own, even uphill, and change direction without any apparent cause. When struck, the sphere emitted a resonant sound and vibrated. These unexplained characteristics led to extensive media attention and scientific investigation, but no definitive answers were found. The scientists who examined the Betz sphere conducted X-rays and metallurgical tests. They found that the sphere was made of high-grade stainless steel and multiple other elements, allegedly including the covetous element 115. This element was first theorized by Bob Lazar in May 1989, as he described alien spacecraft he had learned about while allegedly working in Area 51. His wild claims were disregarded and dubbed as fiction, but around 14 years later, this would change. In 2003, scientists at the Joint Institute for Nuclear Research, in collaboration with researchers from the Lawrence Livermore National Laboratory in the United States, successfully synthesized element 115 by bombarding americium-243 with calcium-48 ions. They named their creation Moscovium. So, 13 years later, Bob Lazar's prediction finally came to light in a Large Hadron Collider. Does that mean we should believe everything he says? Well, that's up to you to decide. We saw a lot of UFO enthusiasts and military officials speak out and find themselves meeting suspicious ends. How would you try and avoid such a fate? Okay guys, the time you've diligently waited for has arrived. It's time for the conclusion. How are all these phenomena connected? I've talked about orb UAPs, crop circles, the Betz sphere, and even some of Bob Lazar's claims. So here goes. In my opinion, the common denominator between all these cases is the presence of metallic orb UAPs. They show sentience, or even intelligence in some cases, and with no engines or visible machinery, we can only speculate that they function using the energies we detect in circumstances where metallic orb UAPs are involved, such as electromagnetic distortions and evidence of microwave radiation in crop circles. They can emit light, or even turn transparent. So in light of all this information, should we be worried? In this video, you can see this UAP is only visible in the thermal spectrum. I guess maybe we should be a little worried, or so says the government. Dr. Sean Kirkpatrick is the director of a newly created UAP analysis office in the US called AARO, or AARO. He has stated that US military personnel are observing metallic orbs all over the world. According to Kirkpatrick, spherical objects account for the largest proportion, nearly half, of all UAP reports received by his office. Based on what we can see from some of the most credible sources in the world, there's definitely no question of the existence of metal orb UAPs. Personal use drones may account for some cases, but when some are recorded going 3 times the speed of sound, such as this example picked up by 2 meteor observatories in Ukraine, it gets a little hard to justify. Well, I think that's about all the time I have for now, but have a think and come to your own conclusion. This evidence presents a fascinating web of mysteries that challenges our understanding of the world. As we continue to investigate and learn more, who knows what we might uncover. If you've made it this far, you have my thanks and I hope to see you again. Take care and beware.